perhaps kind of random. I ran into him a couple of times here and there. At the time ball, I won't lie, I was extremely scared to go up and talk to him, but he preaches courage. And so I was like, okay, I can have 3 split seconds of courage, just go ask for a picture. And I like to think that it was a life-changing moment for me. I remember the passion and the fire I felt after I asked for that picture. We have a video somewhere on YouTube for it. But Paige and I she did it before I did. So let her tell you a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't even meet him. Meet him before Holly. I actually met him at Women Ignite, and he was preaching Stand Beautiful to a huge, awesome group of ladies, which his daughter's gonna give to you guys today too. And I thought, wow, Derrick's so awesome. You know, I would love to be a part of that, but it wasn't right timing. And so then I just kept running into him, and he just keeps doing the good things. And I never really, the opportunity never really hit that we were supposed to work together. And I kind of had a moment where I got in my life again. And here comes this big guy saying, hey, I think we need to be a team. And I was like, okay, what do you got for me? And I couldn't walk away, no matter how full my schedule was. So we're super excited to be teamed up with Derrik. He's an awesome guy. Let Holly tell you he is an awesome guy.
So Derrik is the founder and CEO of Bowls University, as well as the founder of Stand Up America. He's an author of Courage to Lead, How to Develop the 5 C's of Leadership. It was published in January 2015. Derrik has a BS in Human Services with a minor in Psychology, as well as an MBA in Human Resource Management Organizational Leadership. He's spoken globally to over 80,000 people. Derrik speaks to a wide variety of audiences such as schools, educators, civil authorities, corporations, and institutions. Derrik is known for his expertise in leadership and authentic learning training models. His innovative approach to developing the individual has earned him national and international recognition. Derrik's life work and mission is to challenge, inspire, educate, and mobilize communities and leaders to stand up for community empowerment. Derrik, what is your dream that you want to make come true this year?
That's your bring up.
Thank you so much. You guys are hilarious. It's so funny. 2 things. One, to hear Holly say that she was afraid, right? Like I was gonna eat her or something. Like that's how I felt. I wasn't gonna eat you. I'm good. I had eaten before. So honored to be here. These lovely ladies have been unbelievable. You know, they talk about a chance meeting. I don't believe in chance meetings. I'm very grounded in God and my relationship with God. And so I feel like our paths have crossed to do something bigger and something greater. And so part of this conversation this morning is to give you a little background, a little history, educate you, and then hopefully inspire you to engage and be a part of it. So that's my intention today. I have my lovely daughter who is also going to share some information. And so if we could pull up the presentation and kind of get it started a little bit, I'll give you. I'll start it.
I could feel it.
Into week 5. Another 45 days and it's official. Stand Up America campaign. 1,892 miles across America. Deep inside, I'm starting to believe. Stay with me. $61 miles a day. Central California, to Yuma, Arizona. I didn't
If I never get to the right place, just to know that my soul, my cool.
Got that ready.
If they can talk about cash and trash, and we can talk about snatching cats out of trash. That's set for your soul. Let's set it and roll. So we end up in our heavenly home. Who cares about how much or whether we've blown? It's not fair, but my God, that is best to be known. Come on, stand up, get strong, hands up, run up, start something, get to the ground. Get stuck up in the ground. Down, sound, come on, stand up, get strong, hands up, run up, start something, get to the ground.
When the sun came up, facing 35 miles per hour wind in a mountain. I wasn't sure how far I was going to go today. $80 miles.
He's vintage, no, he's vintage. Like age wine, the stage, fine sentence. But since man, and his door is mad hard to reach. No one is using more than just parts of speech. Hourglass, turn up the smash. No pain the heat, open air, ducting shaft. Who can last in the smoldering heat? When he blows the cold shoulder and his judgment to see, huh? Every breath that we breathe and every gift we receive is in the form of a steam with no tricks up his sleeve. Isn't that a relief? So sit back in your seat, kick up the feet, take it and take it back to the floor. Stand up, get slow, hands up, word up,
Here it is. The Lord's Prayer. Mountains, desert, rain, wind, 70-degree heat and humidity. I'm here.
I don't care about the one you try.
So you're probably thinking, what is wrong with him? Right? Like, why is he, what caused him to do that? And, you know, it's interesting. I don't know if you've ever been convicted by something, like something that is overwhelming to where you can't escape it. Like you go to sleep, you think about it. You wake up, you think about it. You're during your day, you think about it, and it just dominates you. And I needed you to understand, you know, when I started the ride, nobody even was paying attention. Nobody, it's funny, nobody cared. And we were having issues in our communities. And I'm from a community where there's nothing but challenges. And I wanted to show you why I did that ride. I have some data points. If we could go to the next slide. This is part of my conviction. So these are locations that have had mass shootings in our community, in our country. If you can look, there's all over the United States. It's very disheartening. If you want to go to the next slide, this should be even more convicting. So we've had 247 mass shootings in 238 days just last year. See, I get fired up about it. Like when I start talking about it, it starts to reoccur. Like those feelings I had when I did the ride. Idaho is one of 4 states that hasn't had a mass shooting. It's very interesting. And for me, I believe part of it is because we have such a strong community, and just like the people in this room, people care and are engaged and are willing to put themselves at risk to make something happen. But I also believe that we need to be vigilant. We need to be proactive. We need to be ahead of the curve, because I just had this conversation yesterday. I said the shooter for our schools already exists. They're already in our school right now. See, that's what people aren't accepting and being sober about. That young person is already in Idaho schools. Now, the reality is this. Can we wrap our arms around that young person before they carry out the act? Can we create a safe environment? Can we create a kinder environment where kids feel like they have outlets and ways to express themselves and can confide and turn to people? Or are we going to allow them to become isolated, bullied, picked on, and then backed into a corner? I want to tell you this again. The shooter already exists. They're already in our school. And see, people aren't hearing me. Just like I told them 3 years ago when we started this campaign, I said, this stuff is going to grow exponentially. I said, it's going to consume our young people, and it's going to be part of a trend that we're going to be going, what is happening? That was just 4 years ago. This is an interesting data piece. And what it really pretty much says is, why focus on schools? Well, 40% of mass shooters were students. Okay, so I need you to capture the numbers. The other 44% were either former students, employees, or former employees. So there's a direct correlation to the school environment as a place that we need to be focusing on developing the culture, developing the climate. I also want to talk a little bit about our educators. I just spent time working with the Middle School Association, and they brought me in to be their keynote speaker. And I asked them, I said, hey, listen, as educators, how many of you see yourselves as leaders? I want to see a show of hands. About 25% to 30% of the teachers raise their hand. Now, I need you to wrap your mind around what I'm saying. That means 70% of the people who are pouring into our kids, who are standing in front, having these young open receptacles ready to listen and take in content, don't even see themselves as leaders. That's a problem. That's a challenge. Because if we want our young people to develop into leaders, the people in the front got to be able to mind. And so for me, when I'm looking out, I'm going, man, the landscape is much more, it's a much more rugged landscape than we're even acknowledging. I think of it like an iceberg. You only see the tip of the iceberg, but what people don't know is under the iceberg is miles and miles of ice. That's what we're dealing with. And so even in my own home, it is relevant. And so my daughter, who's here today, I was asking, and I've always, I have two daughters, two sons, if we want to go to the next slide, and I've always been engaged in my kids' lives. Like, we don't watch the Kardashians, like we don't got cable, like we cut all that stuff out. I was just talking to a dad, he said, they don't even got TV. That's our next step. But the reality is our young people are being influenced, and I want to break down these numbers for you so you can put it in perspective. As a parent, I'm a working parent. If I get up at 6, right, get dressed, get ready, get my kids ready, get them off to school by 7:45, 8, I probably spent about an hour and a half with them, okay, that morning. I don't pick them up from school. So between 3 and 6, they pretty much by themselves or doing their own thing with a friend at a friend's house. I'm not influencing them. The entire day they've been with our teachers. From about 6 to 8:30, between getting dinner ready, taking care of the littles, or just getting our stuff right, we spend about another hour and a half. So in an entire day, I'm spending about 3 hours with my child. The rest of the time, I have outsourced it, and they're being taught and influenced by the world. That's why this is so relevant and important. And so I'm gonna ask my daughter to come up and introduce Jasmine so she can kind of share her journey and what she's been doing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jasmine Bowls. So I want to talk about me and my father's program called Stand Beautiful, Looking for Cyclists. So at my school, I was a Sage Valley Student Body President. I was in student council, a part of the leadership ambassador program, a really big athlete, and had many friends. So I was really busy all the time. But as my father said, we don't get to spend as much time as we need to with our families. So it all happened with one mistake. I got an inappropriate picture. Instead of going to my parents and doing the right thing, I went to my friends. The school got a hold of it, and I was suspended for 3 days. This influenced me and changed my life forever. I have been impeached from my presidency. I have lost my student council privileges, and I've also been taken out of my leadership ambassador program. And I'm telling you this because I don't want this to happen to young girls like me. Please go to the next slide. So 1 in 4 dating teenagers say that they are abused and harassed online or through text by their partners. 2 times as many teenage girls and boys reported sexual abuse online and through text. And less than 1 in 10 victims of digital dating abuse sought to help, which is me. I did not go see my parents for help. I made this mistake. So these are my 10 categories I wanted teenage girls to go through as a program to help them with this. So sexting, social media influences, self-image, self-worth, inner beauty, peer pressure, friendships, trust, social status, and recovery. Now recovering is like one of the most important things you have to do. I could have went into deep depression, not wanting to go back to school, not talk to anybody, but thankfully my parents did not let that happen. I began to serve others, become a person, and that helped me recover so much better. So, thank you.
You know, it's as a father, it's just it's powerful to see your child, and you know, and you heard kind of her situation. This is real time. Like we're vulnerable to you right now. Like this just happened where my daughter was leading the school. You gotta understand, she's the president, she's student council, like she's leading in a capacity, and the boy sends her a naked picture of himself and she gets pounded. Now, we could be sitting around crying about this and being victims about this. But instead, I said, Jasmine, you know what? Why don't we get better? Why don't we take the negative and turn it into a positive? And so for me to watch her develop those topics and start writing the curriculum for Stand Beautiful is so much more profound than being the student body president anyways, because now she's getting ready to touch girls all over the world. Her whole perspective and reach has changed because she hasn't wallowed in self-defeat. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And so that's what we're trying to do with the landscape of the middle schools. We feel like the environment can be very toxic, it can be volatile, and you're just seeing one segment with the young ladies. I mean, the schools in general have so much craziness happening. And I'm not here to condemn or convict anyone, but I work with the leaders. I work with the superintendents and the principals. And I'm gonna tell you something, we need to help them. They can't do it by themselves. And most of them are overwhelmed. And some of them don't even see themselves as leaders, and they're running the schools. And I'm telling you, I work with them. I sit down at the table and we try to strategize how to get stuff done. They need community to engage at a very deep level. Next slide, please. And so let's keep going because we've already seen it. It's interesting. I like to show this photo because You know, I go into a school, talk to kids, and they are starving for leadership. Like, I went into a school, and this is a true story. I couldn't get out of the school. And you know, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, they pulling on my legs, they're like little minions, and I'm trying to get out of the school. The principal told me, he said, we don't have Boise State players there. He said, I've never seen anything like this. I said, you know why? I said, it's because they want leadership. They want to learn how to be better. They're not interested in celebrity. They want something that's tangible and real. They want something that they can use as they grow up into be a pro-social adult. And so you see this, and I have to tell you what this means. So I did the ride, and I'm coming into New Orleans. And there's a historically black university called Dillard University, right in the heart of New Orleans. And so they heard that this 6'5", 300-pound black man was riding across America, right? Like, what? And so they set up an opportunity for me to speak to all of their students. And it's crazy. It's like 400 students show up. And I'm there, and I'm sweating. You haven't really seen me get into it, but I'm sweating, right? And so the kids are like, wow. And so young lady raises her hand. She's like, Mr. Bowls, we hear you. We understand. But what do you think is the most important thing we need to stand up and to make a change? Like, what do you tell us right now? And she kind of caught me off guard. So I was like, let me think about it. I took a couple steps back, and I looked down at my pinky, and I said, well, you don't need much. You need about a pinky's worth of courage. I said, yeah, a pinky's worth of courage. When I looked up, the entire audience did like this. And so since then, everywhere we go, we make people raise their pinky to say that they're going to have courage to stand up, that they're going to have courage to be kind, they're going to have courage to be compassionate, to do things that normally isn't cool. You got to have a little courage to do, to step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, it's everywhere. And so this is what we need. One more. We need It Works to join us in this journey. We've been working strategically with the Middle School Association to take kindness for compassion into middle schools across the state. They're on board. Some of their administrators have already experienced it and seen a shift in their students and school climate. Now, I want to go back to something. The shooter already exists. Like, nobody's really feeling me on that. Like, they're already in the school. What I'm saying is we need to be vigilant and find a way to wrap our arms around that person so that they don't execute or follow through on what they already have in their plans. And so this is kind of the call to action. There's two more clips.
Doesn't want to go.
All right. So with that, we have committees. Yeah, we want to go back. And we want you to engage and be a part of these different committees. And I'll just kind of go off of in my mind. One of them is a volunteer committee. So as we continue to build out the infrastructure to deliver this across the state, we need people who want to volunteer and be part of supporting this campaign. We also have a social media committee. One of the best things that can happen when you're trying to change a mindset or shift people's thoughts is the cheerleaders. We need people on social media promoting, sharing, putting it out, multiple sharing, tagging people so that it spreads. When negativity spreads, it's so much more aggressive than positivity. I want you to think about that. When somebody gossiping or something negative, it's ridiculous how that spreads. But when we try to do something positive, people act like it's the worst thing in the world. They can't tag nobody. They can't share it. We need a committee of people who are committed and being vigilant to just do that. Can we go back? It's not working.
Pull up.
And then we have a fundraising committee. And really this is people who can network, connect with sponsors, go out and engage the community to raise dollars so that we can deliver, right? So that, unfortunately, there is a cost. So we need to make that happen. And then there is I know we added one, the Stand Beautiful Committee. And so that committee really is, as Jasmine continues to build out the curriculum and program to support and help deliver and engage schools and communities to be a part of that, right? And so there's about 5 committees that we're asking people to be a part of. That's why we're here. And then probably the most important one, the planning committee. Right. We just need some strategic thinkers who can help us logistically put together the plan to make sure that we execute. And, you know, I'm just being honest. I told him when we had our first meeting, I said, man, I'm tapped out. I have been convicted at such a point to where I put my family at risk. I put my health at risk. Like I went hard for like 4 years. I need you to hear me, like nonstop, like everywhere in the United States, Australia, India, all type of places talking about exactly this. And then I said, man, I prayed and I said, what do I need to do? And the answer was, you need to build the team. And now I stand in front of you. And so that's what I will leave you with. And I'll turn it over to the lovely Holly and Paige.
So who's excited to be a part of this? Who's ready to jump on board? That's right.
Yes,
Okay.
I love it.
So we need your help, guys. We're only 2 people. We brought this as a team because we know that we can make things happen. There's magic in numbers. There's power behind this team. We're dreamers, we're doers. We go out and make shit happen. End of story, that's what we do. So we need your help, okay? We need you guys to help us. Join the committee, join one of these teams, and just be on board with us, and we'll help you every step of the way. We're learning together. We're going to go and we're going to make an impact on some kids. So we have volunteer sheets if you want to be a part of one of these committees. We already have leaders picked out for those groups that are going to help you and lead you along the way. And so if you want to be a part of that, we've got these volunteer forms. Please fill one out, and then we'll make like an area where you can put where your form is going to be, whether you want to be a planning committee, social media committee, volunteer, whatever you guys are wanting to do, we would really appreciate that. So,
yeah, so if you're interested, we're going to give you a form. Once you turn your form in, we'll add you to a already made Facebook group. One group, it'll be a Facebook group per committee, so there'll be a planning Facebook group, social media, whatever you think you can give us. If you feel like possibly you want to participate in more than one committee, that's cool too. Write both of them on the top here, and we'll figure out where you fit in the best. And if you want to be in both groups, we can try to do that too. But those groups are going to allow us 3 to really push into what we need. And then there's leaders in that group that are going to be your go-to questions, because we don't want to, it's not that we don't want to talk to all 80 of you, but it's really hard for us to facilitate our ideas out without middlemen. So you guys will go to those designated leaders, and we will go to those leaders and really just facilitate this so that it can be effective. But we're really excited. So I'm going to pass these around to the people that want them before you make sure they get in the right pile. And if you would also just write the group name up here just to make sure, in case it gets put in the wrong spot, that we get you in the right place. And we appreciate you guys for showing up here. But we're going to give the mic back.
and if you know somebody that's not, it works, we want them too. This is not just hey, we're at work, so we're taking over schools. No, we want a community effort. Like, we want everybody involved. So if you know people in the middle schools already, we need to talk to them. If you know people not just in the valley, but you know people up north or eastern Idaho, we want everybody involved. Community effort. It takes a community to raise children. So
Okay, so we have some raffle tickets at the door. I know some of you already purchased them, but Derrick's putting out an amazing training just for us directly. So I'm gonna let him tell you about life leadership and legacy, and then we're gonna also pass that opportunity around to buy the raffle tickets.
Actually, I'm not gonna talk about it. She doesn't know I'm gonna do this, but I'm bringing her up. Janet, will you come up, please? Yeah, come on up. She's like, what is he doing? So, Janet is in the program right now.
I'm in the program.
And so instead of me talking about it, I'll let her talk about it and let her share her experience. Is that okay?
That's fine. Hi, everyone. Actually, I've known Derrik about, we were just talking about this. I met him 2 years ago. He was at, it was a group fundraiser, and it was at the park, at the village before it was even the village. It was just the park. And so he was saying he was being interviewed. I'm going, this is right. Listening to his story, and I go, I want to know more about that. And then kind of like Holly or Paige, I kept seeing him in different places. And so I just kept following him. He put out maybe before the end of the year that he was doing a leadership. And I thought, you know what? I need something to get my year going. I need to get some place to organize my thoughts. Where do I want to go? And so I signed up for his class. Best thing I've ever done. I can say that because his program actually stops and you're going to look at each part of it. You're going to look at yourself. You're going to look at what you're doing. This last week here, we're doing our vision and mission statement. Now, all of you have done this before, and I know, last 2 years I've been working on this. I had not completed one because it always seemed so confusing. And there was just too many pieces to it, and everybody had a different version of it, and what was it? And in that hour that we spent talking on it, I now have my vision and mission statement. I never had that before. So that's my experience. I think we have another 3 weeks and halfway through it. So if you're in that point and you need some place to start during the class, buy some tickets, buy raffle tickets. Somebody's going to win today. So I encourage you to look at the program because it does work. It does work.
Thank you. You know, I just believe that, and it's biblical, right? Let somebody else talk about you. Don't talk about yourself. Let somebody else do it. And so that's why I did that. Thank you. And that's what you want too, right? You want other people to talk about you. You don't want to be like, hey, I'm this. No. Let somebody else do that. One of the things I want to close with is we are building a strategic relationship youth council. It's a leadership program that's associated with the governor's prayer breakfast. We were able to go hear Dr. Zacharias this last time. There was about 1,400 people there. Dr. Zacharias was unbelievable, profound, but I shared with them my vision. I said, look, we want to host 300 middle school students for a leadership conference, which it works will be part of helping facilitate and train those students. And they said, we want to do 1,200. And so there's a lot going on right now. People starting to see it. People starting to realize that we have something that we have to do. And we can be a beacon of light. The guy who leads the committee said that he believes that Boise is a city on the hill, which means that we are in the light and that there will be some great things that comes out of our city from a national perspective. And I believe it. So thank you for this time. Thank you for hosting. Enjoy the rest of your training. You just now reminded me. You just reminded me. So, can we pray?
Pray.
Is that all right? Our Heavenly Father, we come to you to hear your voice. We ask you to help us to be stewards of the vision that you've given each and every one of us and give us the courage to execute, God. God, we ask you to help us to lift up one another, to pour into one another, to build one another, and to help each other make it through the challenges of this world, God. We know that we're entering into some critical times. And so we just ask you to continue to be a steward of our hearts. We ask you to help us to love one another. And we just thank you again for today. Thank you for this opportunity, God, and knit our hearts together so that we can bring glory to your name. In your son's name we pray, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Derrik. Okay, so I passed out all of the volunteer forms we have on hand. If you don't want one, keep passing because I know that there's some people that want one. If you didn't get one and you want one, come find me so that we can write your name down and get you a form because we want everyone to be involved. Okay, so is there any extras as of right now? Yes, one? Okay. Okay, that's good, that's okay. I would like to run out. Okay, so there's 2 extras, so we'll get a few of you up here that didn't get one.
Okay, so we're gonna fill out your volunteer form. We're gonna take a quick 15-minute break.
Really quick.
We're not.
Sorry. Since we are on this topic, so I was called and they asked me to be in charge of the fundraising portion of this. I freaked out. I totally freaked out. But you know, it's kind of one of those things that if you're doing the right things, the Lord puts the right things in your path. And the other day I was listening to the radio station, and I'm not gonna lie, like for the last couple of months, my radio in my car has just been off so that I can just think while I'm driving. And I popped it on just in time for this lady to start talking about cause and events. And what it is, who likes doing like marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks, anything like that? I want more hands than that. Come on, you guys, they are so much fun. Trust me, I am not a runner. I walk them. Okay, that's it. I really feel it. That's a little intimidating. What's the right word for them? Fun runs. Fun runs. They're fun. Okay, so here's the deal. All of a sudden, this lady starts talking about this one that she started with this little girl. And what they do is we will sign our team up, and you guys can sign up for that team. And they give $15 back for every registration to our cause. That's a huge way to be able to do something as a team, make a statement, you know, that we are kicking this off. So I will have that team name, and for anybody not on our team page, we will make sure that this gets shared with you. So I don't know, is Phone Tree outdated? I don't know. Anyways. Okay, we'll also post it in the event page so that you guys can follow a link and everybody can be a part of that, because that's a great way to make a statement about something that we're getting ready to do, and the fact that they're giving $15 back for every single registration, I thought that was a really, really awesome way to get funds going. So, okay.
All right, we'll try to find some pens for you guys. If you want to dig them out of your purses and get filling those out for the next 15 minutes. Then we'll bring the committee leaders up here, and we can collect all those forms and put them in the right spots. Thank you.
Bumrun doesn't give us $15 back. I want to go. Sarah, can you?
No? Okay. Okay, so we have Ginny, Jeff, and Donovan as the sponsorship and fundraising committee leaders.
So does any of you have fundraising volunteer forms out there? Don't be chickens like I was. Yes!
Okay, if you have a volunteer form for your fundraising and sponsorship, please hand it to the page. Page. Hand it to the page.
Yes, I'll do that. Yes. Please. Okay, you're out. So come to me in just a minute. I'll write your name
All right, guys. We have Stacy as the planning committee leader. Is anybody brave enough to volunteer to be on her committee? It's the planning. We need these people, guys. Very crucial. There's a lot of planning that happens here. Where are my inner reds? Come on. Okay.
Where do you feel like you should be? We want you to be active. We want you to sit where you
So, planning might be good for those of you who don't have a lot of time to spend, for those of you who don't.
Planning might be good for those of you who don't have a lot of time to spend outside of home with fundraising and things like that, where I'm envisioning to do. So if you're limited on time but you want to participate. Who's really good at social media?
You.
We took that. Sorry, guys. But do we have anyone else wanting to be on the social media committee, helping come up with scripting, post ideas, things that can be approved? Yes.
I'm gonna write home.
Anybody else want to help with social media at all? So we will have a few of us, all of the leaders will be in the social media group, and they will relay information to you guys so you can still post on social media, but just use what we're saying as a script. Follow the script verbatim in the post ideas. Yes, you can throw in a hashtag Kindness for Compassion campaign on your regular post, but please, anything that has to do with the campaign itself, please make sure that it's whatever we have scripted. That way it's approved and there's no craziness involved. Okay, who wants to help with Stand Up Beautiful? Justina's going to be the leader of Stand Up Beautiful. Yay, I love it.
Fill out form? Yeah. Okay, take that. Oh, we're all doing really
And you can be in multiple committees, but pick one committee you're going to spend a lot of time in or that speaks to you.
Any more Stand Beautiful? We never explained what that exactly means. Stand Beautiful is what Jasmine stood up and talked about empowering young girls and all of them. She's going to be leading that curriculum, so you'll be working directly with her and empowering with young girls. That's pretty much the overall message through all of the influences.
All right, who wants to help be a volunteer, do a lot of hands-on, be part of our volunteer committee with Britt?
Do you have a form? Okay, guys, mine is right now. Okay, can you write volunteer on there too, though?
And if you're multiple committees, please make sure you put that, all of that on there. All right, we have
Any more volunteer form?
support committee. Who wants to just be there to support all of us? Who wants to be there as a voice and cheer on and spread the word? You will be with Tiff and Jeremy. And you have to do toe touches. Sorry. If you can't do a toe touch, get out. I didn't. I touched it. No, I can't. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. If you did not turn in a volunteer sheet and you choose to a different time, just let one of us leaders know. You now know who is in charge of that committee. and you can contact them directly, okay? Thank you.
Any other form? If you didn't get one, please come find me so that I can get you in the right group and get you a form.
All right, guys, can we give Derek and Jasmine another round of applause? It takes a lot of hard work and privilege so that we can get ready to stand up and talk about everything. We're going to do a group picture. Just like that, actually. So if everybody can go that way so I can take a selfie, that would be awesome.
He doesn't have selfie on.
He doesn't know angles.
All right, everyone, get your feet up.
Should I you better just stand on the table. You don't want to get in that picture? I know you want to. Okay, I'm just.
Oh, you should share, okay.
You're still on the game.
Okay, we need to scoot in towards the middle, please. Do it all over here. Get friendly. Oh, all right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Oh, I blinked.
She got 3, so I
Well, she
think
took
we're
at
good.
least 3, so. She was like, oh, I was going to get that now.
I guess you're on.
Sorry.
Jenny, it's on you. It's on you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for
All right, guys, who's super pumped? I'm so glad that everybody's on board. Okay, so let's get this training started. Now that we have all of this awesomeness, let's go with it. Let's talk about last month. We've had some crazy, awesome things happen last month. So let's talk about our promotions. We're going to bring Tiffany up here. She is our diamond leader, and she is going to talk to you guys about all the awesome promotions we had last month.
All right, we had lots of people promote last month. However, I think there's only a couple of them here. Read my lips.
You just, yeah, you gotta get it right by your
Lots
chin.
of promotions last month. Let's start with the first. Let's start with executives. And I don't know a lot of these people, so I might mispronounce your name. There were Holly Lado, Tia Rodriguez, Charlie Smith, Lisa Einigson, and Ashley Lowe. They all promoted to India. Executives here. None of them are here. All right. So then, our next level is the Ruby. Aiden Stinger. Aiden Stinger. Camilla Sandoval. try a drinking pop? Drinker pop?
Oh, he doesn't count.
Oh.
Woo! Holly! That's Holly. Yeah, I
All right. So that's all bird rubies. There was one promoted to Emerald, Amanda Rain. And Tori went diamond.
Okay, so I have to say that I'm super ecstatic about this promotion. Crazy things happen when you make up your mind and decide to go for your dreams. It's really a mindset, and once you decide, you commit, you go, it happens. So Tori was, gosh, she wasn't even boxed in until like halfway through the month for Diamond, and she was about 3,000 volumes short at like noon on the last day of the month to hit Diamond. So she had hit Emerald, and she was like, okay. And I'm like, no, we're not done. We still have a good 12 hours of the day. Let's keep going. And so her and her team pulled together. There was 10 promotions? Like 10 promotions on her team last month, most of which were on the very last day of the month. And it's just because they all decided to band together and make it happen.
They
So
were all on the last day.
yeah, they were all on the last day, every single one of them. So Tori's gonna come up and talk about her dash to Diamond and how she got there.
Hi, I'm Tori. So I joined this company in June, and when I joined, I didn't wait for Holly to tell me what to do. I did everything on my own. Before joining, I researched the company and figured out what I was getting myself into before doing it. After meeting with Holly and Justine, and I met Paige, I had a fun little barbecue, and I knew this was gonna be my whole bam, and it's what I wanted to do. So my first month, I kind of thought this was just gonna be more like a hobby. You know, like I didn't go in with this thinking like, I'm gonna get Diamond, I'm gonna become an ambassador, I'm gonna do all these crazy things and change lives. But my first month, I was blown away with the amount of success I saw in my business. Not only that, but also like helping a bunch of my family off of the product. So I instantly knew that I wanted this to be my full-time career. So right then, I just put every excuse that I had aside. I have really bad anxiety, and I was going through depression for a long time. And going through this has completely changed it all. So a big thing that I want to discuss about this as well is, even if you work full-time, even if you are a stay-at-home mom, even if you have 8 kids, I mean, this literally can be for anybody. So I want that to be kept in people's mind when they join this company, when then they start throwing out the excuses. Well, you know, I work full-time, I don't have time to put this in my schedule. You know, my kids have soccer practice, and I have piano lessons for the other kids. Like, I'm just too busy, it's not gonna work out. But you know what? This can work out. If you guys want it that bad, if you guys can sit down and think about why you joined this company and really focus on your why on this, then that's enough reason for you to do it. There's no excuses to hold you from your future, guys. So that is a big thing I want to talk about.
So what is one dream that you're gonna mark off your dream board this year?
There's actually a few. I'm going to get out of debt. All my bonus money is going to pay off my debt, and I'm going to buy a house. I actually just put my application in for my house loan. I'm also going to quit my full-time job that I've been at for 4 years that I don't want to be at anymore. I'm being all like shaky. My ultimate goal is to be Ambassador Diamond within the next 2 years. I will be presidential by August. So big things are coming from my team, and I hope you guys are ready to watch it and get excited and plug in with all of us, because we're going to take you with us too.
All right, guys. So It doesn't take a lot to go diamond. It just takes some hard work, maybe a little blood and no sleep and some confianza. She only broke out in times for her whole body, but it's worth it, I promise. That $20,000 bonus she just got was a real thing. Oh, 22, I know. $22,000 bonus because she double promoted to diamond. Okay, guys, we're gonna bring up Jenny. She's our triple diamond. She's a servant leader working hard to ensure everybody in this room has resources to be successful in this business. Make sure that you listen to everything that she has to say today. It's a really awesome topic. Come on up, Jen. Before you get started, what is one dream that you want to make come true this year?
Many of you guys know my story, and we found ourselves in a lot of really nasty, ugly debt after a little stay in the hospital. Anyways, so our biggest thing is to get that all paid off and buy our own home as well. And then we are planning on taking our kids on a trip to Florida as well. So we're excited about that. I don't know, but really, you guys, the biggest dream about all of this is all of you guys being able to have that opportunity too. So that aside. Okay, so you guys, do you like my hair today?
Yes.
I love my little antennas, my little furry antennas. And I wore them because I am not good at being serious. I don't know if you guys, anybody who knows me probably knows that pretty well. But I have a serious topic today, so I had to do something that wasn't serious. Okay, so you guys, something that is very, very strong and something that I take very seriously in growing my business is building your business with integrity. Right? If you guys do not understand what integrity is, it is a true reflection of you as a person, as you as a human, and people out there who are watching you build your business are going to be noticing that, okay? So you need to make sure that not only what you're putting out there is a good positive vibe, but you need to come off as trustworthy, as honest, and I'm not saying just pretend you're all these things. You need to be these things, okay? Because I truly believe that when you are given something of this magnitude and you squander it, you are not honest with it, and you hurt people with it, people are going to not only turn their nose to you, away from you, but they are also going to turn their nose up against this business. And that's really, really sad, because we do not need anybody giving this incredible business a bad name. Because look at all these lives in here being changed, and all of the lives being changed too. That's really, really huge. So this is kind of a loaded topic today, okay? And if any of you guys saw my video on the team page the other day, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen today, okay? Because we have a couple pressure points to hit. Okay. Number one, integrity can be as simple as showing up when you say you're going to show up. Okay. I have actually heard of people, even on my team, that they have made appointments with people and then stood them up. Right? I'm not okay with that. You should not be okay with that. Okay? If you say you are going to be somewhere, unless you're getting married or buried, you need to be there. Okay? These people are counting on you. Not only is that going to reflect what kind of a leader you are, okay, I guarantee unless there is some sort of a vital emergency, they're gonna go, they don't give a crap about me. Why would I sign up with them? Think about that, okay? Make the phone calls when you say you're gonna make those phone calls. That is also a direct reflection of your integrity in this business, okay? Do not tell somebody, I'll call you Monday and call them Friday, okay? Not okay. All right.
Do not waste the time of others. If they've set aside that time, you need to make sure that you are on point and you are there. On the other flip side of that, if you're calling your leaders and your friends, okay, and this is kind of a life lesson that I've learned. If you are calling your friends and your leaders and you're whining and whining and whining and whining and whining about, oh, this business isn't working, oh, what do I do, oh, what do, and they give you those suggestions, and then you hang up the phone and that's the last thing you think on it. Don't call unless you are willing to actually take those steps and take that advice and put it into action, okay? Because you guys are, if you're not, you're literally taking time from the people who are willing to take those actions, okay? I'm telling you, but seriously, like, you have to make sure that if you guys are gonna call for suggestions, go out and follow those suggestions so that nobody feels like, oh, well, I just wasted an hour on the phone when Bob was begging me for time, okay? So think about that. I'm not saying do not reach out. I am just saying put it into action, okay? Okay. Okay, how it really, really fits into business building is kind of the golden rule. If you do not want somebody doing something according to you, don't be doing it to other people, okay? Now, where I come in with this, do not poach others' customers. Do not go out there and say, oh, you're already a customer under so-and-so, well, let me hook you up over here, okay? We don't need any of that. We have so much growth to still do that there is no reason anybody in this room should be going out and telling another customer or another distributor that they'll treat you better on this team or they will take care of you better on this team, blah, 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 blah. I saw this the other day on Facebook and I'm gonna read it verbatim. Your rock star distributor will never come in the form of someone else's distributor. Okay, I want you to put that in your pocket and I want you to live it, okay? Because we are a team that we are following the big guy. And if you wouldn't be doing that to your grandma, pretty sure you don't need to be doing it to another distributor. There is a lot to go around. We have a ton of growth, okay? So quit worrying about that. This is the first time I've gotten shaky since I started doing these because I hate being like, ugh. Okay. Now, on the other side of that, you guys, okay, this actually happened to Tariana and I. So we had a lady come to a party, and then she starts talking about how, oh, my aunt is a distributor, blah, 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 blah. Like we poured into this girl for like an hour and a half, and got her all excited, and she wanted to sign up, right? And then she drops the bomb on us, the aunt's a distributor. We were like, oh, crap. But you know what? What we told her is we were like, look, we are not in a business of breaking up families. You need to go back to your aunt and you need to tell her that you'd like to sign up as a distributor and it would be a good thing if you signed up on her team, okay? Now, little did we know she really hated her aunt. And so she, even after we told her all of this, she went directly in and signed up on the website anyways. Some people, they're gonna make their choice, okay? Just because you talked to a person first does not mean that you claimed them, does not mean that you laid stakes to them. They may see somebody else and they're like, I wanna be with that person. Guess what, they still have the right to choose, okay? So while I'm saying build with integrity and do not be like scalping people or poaching people, please know that they have a right to go wherever they feel best, okay? So you need to be, as their leader, putting your best foot forward to look, what's the word? Attractive. You need to attract them, okay? Absolutely no kit purchasing, okay? It is against compliance for you to purchase a kit for somebody else. First off, let me just tell you that they're not going to appreciate it, okay? Second off,
If they can't come up with that $99, they're not serious about this business. Okay? In no way should you be going out and going, oh, I'll just get your kit for you. I know you'll be awesome at this, so I'll just get your kit for you. I'll tell you what, if people actually want to do this business, they find that $99. Okay? They quit going out to Starbucks for a couple of weeks. They quit going out to dinner for a couple of weeks. They find that $99 if it matters to them. Do not purchase a kit for another person ever. Not only is it against compliance, if compliance finds out about it, they can shut you down. It's serious. Okay? So I'm just being real here. Do not bribe anybody. Okay? Do not say, okay, if you sign up as a distributor, I'll give you a box of wraps, or I'll give you XYZ, whatever, okay? Now, on the flip side of that, you can bribe them to host a party for you. It's a hostess incentive. You know, I'll give you a free wrap if you host a party. That's okay. But you can never, ever, ever give them a bribe of saying, hey, if you sign up, I'll give you this. Okay, not cool. Okay. Now that the crappy part's over. You guys feel like I slapped you? I hate that part. But here's the deal. I know, as sure as I'm standing up here, the biggest thing that we can ever do is build our business with honesty and integrity. Because that's what gets around, and that's what this company's about. And if you guys have a problem with that, come, we'll get a little coaching in, anything like that, okay? But it's a very touchy subject with me because I honestly believe that the good Lord is going to reward you if you're doing the right things. If you're not doing the right things, He's gonna slap you around a little bit, okay? And that is personally, in business, whatever. Just make sure that you are being somebody that somebody wants to be with. So, anyways, that's really all I got to say. Just know that I love you all. And what? It wasn't a slap in the face. Tori said it was like a punch in the nose. Thanks. If it was a punch in the nose, maybe you needed to hear it.
You're talking about okay, guys, hey, we only have 4. We only have 4 wraps in the wrap raffle. Did everybody see that we're doing a wrap raffle? Does anybody know what a wrap raffle is? This is like free wraps. It's really awesome. So if you put your name on your wrap, you put it in this awesome box, and we will draw a name, and it will, I'm not drawing them yet, so you're good. And then, so say Megan won, she would win all of these wraps. No, I didn't.
We're gonna knock on wood. Go on.
So put your name on a wrap, put it in the wrap raffle, because this is like free $100, free $200, however you see it. So put your name in, put your wraps in. It's gonna be over here on the freezer, so if you want to be part of it, go ahead and do that. Did you write marker?
I just use a pen.
So our
All my other
next
pens are out there
speaker
somewhere else.
is Paige. Paige is a ruby squared. If you don't know what ruby squared is, it means that she's built 2 rubies. And she is going to be talking about working with passion. I've watched Paige for about 1.5 years now. And the moment she found her passion and her purpose, it was an absolute game changer. I saw so many amazing things come into her life. I saw her physically change. She started lighting up again. And she's just coming into her passion. And she's going to come up and talk about her journey a little bit. Come closer for me. So, Paige, before we get started, what is one dream that you're going to mark off your dream board this year?
Going diamond and launching. Okay, so before I talk about my passion a little bit more, I'm gonna hit on these raffle tickets. Guys, Derrik is amazing, 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 and Life Leadership and Legacy is something you want to be a part of. He's offering it directly to the It Works team. It's only going to be us with him for 6 weeks, once a week, one-on-one. It's a huge opportunity. It's a $200 value, and we're raffling it away for pennies on the dollar almost. One ticket is for $3, 5 for 10, and 10 for 17. Buy these tickets, guys, and then all the funding goes directly to Kindness for Compassion. So,
Give your square as well for that.
yes, we have a Square as well. So if you don't have cash, we can take a card. So please, 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 this will benefit your business. This will benefit Kindness for Compassion. You're missing out if you're not buying raffle tickets, guys. So if you want some, Holly's got them, and I hope that she waits till after I talk because I know she wants to hear me. Oh yeah, and also, if you haven't read Derrik's The Courage to Lead, the 5 C's, guys, this is an awesome book. It talks about his little road trip across America. It talks about lots of good things. He's selling these for $10. All profits are going to Kindness for Compassion. So if you want to get a hold of one of these books, we still have a few left. Please come up and buy one of those too.
And we'll take a break after Paige talks, and then we can buy some raffle tickets and books and whatever we're here.
Okay, that was the easy part of this, right? Like I was coached into talking to that. So I signed up for the Speaker of the Month because I have hit a different feeling in my business, and that's came through Kindness for Compassion. I'm gonna just tell you kind of how I met Derrik and what really stepped into my vision there, and then the opportunities that's gonna present for It Works and for myself. So, like I said earlier, I met Derrik at the Women Ignite conference, and if you don't know what that is, it's an amazing conference that's made to ignite women in Boise and all around the world. Derrik spoke at it, and he talked about Stand Beautiful, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's so awesome. I wish I had time. I didn't talk to him. So I went down to his booth, and I bought his book, and I read it, and I took a picture with him, and that was it for like a few months. And then Derrik was doing something on Facebook, and then I saw Derrik at this networking event, and then I saw him again, and then he spoke at Miracles, and we just kept running into each other. And I'm like, gosh, that guy's so cool, like he's doing so much awesome stuff, and he's this big, huge black guy that gets all this judgment. I love it. I love that he stands strong for what he believes in. I just really do. I've always been super sensitive to those people that take judgment harsher than others, and we forget to see that sometimes. And so, I don't know even what necessarily sparked this relationship between me and Derrik, but it happened on Facebook, and he was like, I posted a picture that said, let's stop focusing on being pretty, let's be pretty kind, pretty strong, pretty smart. And he commented on that picture and said, we need to talk, and I was like, okay. And so, kind of wrapped Holly into it, and I was like, hey, let's meet up with Derrik. He said he's got something for us. And so, in between all of this happening, I was really struggling. I was at a point where I wasn't fulfilled by anything in my life. I'm going to school, I have a job, I have this business, and I have all this freedom, and I felt like nothing was fun anymore. And so I decided to give it to God. I never had a relationship with him, and so I decided it was now the time. So I started doing some of my own stuff at home before I was like, okay, Holly, I want to go to church. And that was really hard for me to own because I was always like, not into it. I wasn't raised like that. My family doesn't go to church. They're not God believers, but they're not God believers either, if you know what I mean. They're just kind of right in between. So I just was like, okay, let's do this, let's go. And as soon as I made that decision, all these things just started falling together. And when I met with Derrik, I instantly knew that he was my calling. He was put in my life to bring me kindness, compassion, and to be a part of that. I told myself I was going to do that. But this is how passionate I'm about it. I was the kid I was a fat kid. I don't know if anyone knows that. I was a fat kid. I'm about 40 pounds lighter than I was when I was in 6th grade, currently. So I was the kid that got picked on, but I was also the kid that stood up for the kids that got picked on.
and that loved everyone for everyone. And so when Derrik was like, I want to go and be part of these kids' lives and share something, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do that too. I've done that my whole life, and now I get to facilitate that, facilitate other kids to think that. And so, okay. So immediately, even with 17 credits, a job and a business, and no attempt at a social life, I was like, okay, sign me up. I want to be the main guy in this. Let's do it. And so I got to be a part with my best friend and Derrik to create this amazing campaign. And in the last month and a half that we've been cooking on this, it's escalated huge. God just keeps placing things right where they need to be. The governor's breakfast happened last night, guys. We went from a program that we were going to try to get 300 people to, 300 kids to 1,200. Like, it's just growing like crazy, and it's all just happening because of one decision that Kylie forced me into going to. Because I didn't want to pay the $90, and I was so I didn't, but I was there for a reason. Because then Derrik just kept showing up, and so to work this business, now I get to filter it through what works. I've met tons and tons of new people already just from Derrik. Had no idea what It Works was. I'm adding new people to my Facebook. I'm constantly just interacting, and I feel like my business is getting a positive feed and energy from that, and I know that it's going to be a game changer. I've already enrolled more customers and distributors this month than I have in 5, so whatever. So it's happening. So yeah. So basically, my message is, guys, if you haven't found your passion in this business or an outlet, it's because you're not using it as an outlet. You're not going out and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and trying new things and meeting new people so that God can put something in your path. You're just looking away. You're staying right on that track and not looking. And if you just open your eyes, it's there. He's there putting something in your place, and you just have to be open enough to look for it. And so that was a big deal for me, just being open enough to let him place it down on me. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to end my little talk with a quote. There is no passion to be found in playing small and setting for a life that just is less than one than you are capable of living. So go find your passion, guys. I didn't script out my speech today because that would be so wrong.
Because this is a big deal for Paige. She's not going to drop her walls. So let's give her one more round of applause. So we're going to take about a 10-minute break. Go potty, let some rafts in the raffle. Come buy your raffle tickets. Come buy the book. Come donate some more money, guys. All of the proceeds are going to Kindness for Compassion. This is going to give us a boost, a start, and a kickoff to the campaign itself. So 10 minutes, and be back in your seats. Adam, will you check to see if anybody's in the house? Tell them to come sit down. Anybody in the house?
And meat.
Well, we might have missed some between you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, guys, I feel like we just like raised like hundreds more. How exciting is that? Okay, so, hey, quiet down, please. Tennessee, shh. I just figured I love you. I figured you didn't hear me, so. Is everybody in from the house? You think?
If they're not, doesn't look like it.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are going to start anyways. Our next speaker is Justine Williams. I'm hoping that you're seeing her videos on Unstoppable and Diamond Seekers, and even on her own Facebook. I think she throws a few up, but she is on fire right now. And her team is on fire, which is awesome to see. It does start at the top, guys. So if you're not on fire, you can't expect your team to take off without you. And sometimes they do, and it sucks. So she's not going to talk about busy season because we are in prime busy season. Amen. What's one thing that you're going to know about the people this year?
Oh, I got too many of them. I'm going to take my kids on vacation this year. We didn't really get to go on family vacations when I was a kid until, what, my senior year in high school? No, I graduated kind of the senior year when I went on that cruise home. So my kids get to experience family vacation this year. I'm sure I'll want to tear up my hair. Right? So I don't have anything prepared. I'm just going to kind of wing this. For the first time, actually, this is really funny, you guys, because typically I'm supposed to have something prepared, and today they said 5 minutes ago, will you talk today? And I was like, oh, okay. I don't have anything prepared. And they were like, so that's how you roll it. Right, here I am. I want to talk to you guys about busy season. Who's brand new in here? Who is brand new? Like less than 2 months old? Woo! Okay. Who is 2 years older or more? Okay. I want to talk to you guys about my views on training right now. It's not the most important thing out there. Like, being in these functions and the energy that you get from them is important, yes, but knowing every in and out of every product and every compensation plan and all of the charting and all of that, like, you don't have to know any of that, okay? I went to Diamond on 3 products. 3 products. The greens, the defining gel, and the wraps. And you want to know what's really funny about the wraps? I didn't even wrap until I was Emerald. I never put one even on my body. Okay? But I experienced putting them on everybody else. I am overwhelmed with this feeling that there's a lot of you that are 2+ years old in this company that are thinking like, oh, there'll be busy season next year. There'll be busy season next year, and you're right, there will be busy season next year, but it's not going to be the same as this year. You guys, the time is now. There is no sweeter spot in this company. When Mark Pentecost says that this year will be the year that makes history and it works, he is not lying to you.
I've been listening to that man for 3 years, and I'm gonna tell you what, every time he has said something, he has been dead on accurate. Right? Don't wait. Don't wait till next busy season. Don't feel like you have to know the entire compensation plan in and out, because you know what? If you're not out there wrapping people and you're not out there signing people up, you're not gonna get paid anyway. So you don't need to know what's in the compensation plan, in my opinion, okay? Sarah.
We'll help you with that.
Even charting, you guys, I have literally told my new people when I sign them up, I say, your job is to get people on the books, to get them signed on the dotted line. I will tell you where to put them, don't worry about it. I literally said those words because now is the time. We have from now until June to go big or go home. And I'm telling you, next year I am not going to be standing here at a double diamond. There is no way, because we're at the point in this company where we're doubling thousands, okay? Don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity because you're reading every ingredient that's in the thermofit. Don't do it, okay? One other point that I want to make, sorry, Sarah, I'm totally like throwing you under the bus here. Okay, I get this Facebook message a couple days ago, was it last week sometime? Yeah. And it says, I'm getting ready to go meet with a potential distributor and I'm so nervous and I don't know what to say. Can you guys help me with some advice on how do you start this conversation? How do you do this? Like, and I could kind of hear a little bit of franticness in her text, if you will. So I replied, this is no joke. I replied, well, I usually start with hello. I did, that was my exact response. And I waited for a few minutes and I was like, it was one of those, like, you can hear the pin drop, like, geez, thanks, Justine. So I said, hey, do you have a second? Can you call me? She says, yes. I get on the phone with her and I'm like, hey, lady, how are you? And she's like, good. I don't know what to say. I'm like, sit down. Like, remember when you very first signed up and you were so excited and you couldn't keep your mouth shut because you knew what you had your hands on and then it was fun and you were building your team? And then all of a sudden you set this goal to be diamond really fast, and guess what happened? You got really serious. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to make it fun. Don't be so serious about reaching your goals that somebody feels like you're gonna micromanage them once they sign up under you, because nobody wants another boss, right? So keep it fun. Use your mouth. Go talk to people. You don't have to know everything. All the information is in YouTube videos in back office. You have a whole team that you can call and shoot questions to. Just go. Just run. You know, they say that you have to crawl before you walk, and I really feel like in this business you have to run before you crawl. We can train you in June. We can read the compensation plan in June. No, we won't. We can learn our products in June.
We can ask Kylie about the compensation.
I don't know what you're going to be doing in June, but I'm going to be having fun with my team in June.
Right?
I'm not going to be reading nothing.
Right? The other thing is, I've noticed that there's been a ton of people just posting ad after ad after ad after ad on Facebook. Here's a picture of the greens. Here's a picture of the thermofit. Here's a picture of, you know what works better than those? Take a selfie of you taking the products. Take a selfie of you meeting with your team. Let your life be a movie that somebody else wants to watch, because at the end of the day, that's going to give you more advertisement than throwing up billboards that nobody wants to see anyways. Okay? Is that good? Okay. You guys got this. Let's rap, repeat, keep it simple. Don't forget to say hello and have fun.
Good job. So now we know how to go chase our dreams. But what are we dreaming? Do you guys know what you are dreaming of doing this year or even this month? I think we get so focused on the bigger picture, we forget to hone in on one dream, right? We forget to take one step at a time to reach those dreams or to get to where you need to be. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna go after it, but we have to decide what we're going after. So we're gonna do a little exercise. Before we do that exercise, I'm gonna tell you a quote. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. That was from John Lennon. Okay, so let's make it reality. Let's go after it together. Let's hold each other accountable for what we're dreaming and what we're going after. For me, this time next year, I'm buying my first house. I've already put in the legwork. I'm already knowing what I'm doing. I can't make it happen this year, but I can make it happen next year. So I'm gonna go make as much money and change as many lives as I can to make that happen. And I'm gonna start saving. I'm gonna start doing those things. In the meantime, my dream this year is to be in front of as many people as possible. That's not gonna be possible without the Kindness for Compassion campaign. That's gonna be my focus, my team, and giving back to others. Because when I'm making that money 3 years down the line, I'm gonna be able to donate so much more to this campaign. So that's my big dream this year, is to get in front of as many people as possible, change more lives, and make the Kindness for Compassion campaign. So it's time to dream big and dream together. We all have dreams that we're gonna chase every day. We've got that dream board, but we're gonna make a team dream board over here, okay? We're gonna make a dream board for our team so we can hold each other accountable. We're gonna write down one dream and one dream only, because that's gonna be the one that we are focused on individually for this year. So before we do that, we have a video, right? We have a video.
Nobody told me about a video.
I'm glad we don't have a video. We're gonna scratch that.
We might start the video.
We might do the video later. We can actually
video.
Okay, so we're gonna go row by row, and you're gonna go over to this whiteboard, and you're gonna write down one dream that you want to make happen this year. And I'm gonna find the video.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have
Lori's
no
first.
idea.
So I just write down one of my dreams.
Yeah, your dream that you're gonna accomplish this year.
Make it small enough to fit, but I want your name signed next to it. So that when you call me and you're like, oh, I will walk out there and then I will tell you.
I posted, or I don't know, I sent it in a message. Yeah, okay, that's what I saw.
I'll have to log in. Okay, I'm sorry.
Buy a house.
And then say it out loud too as you're doing it, so people can hear you and you're proclaiming
Buy a
it.
house.
Woo!
Okay, I want to pay off my car.
Woo!
Do you want me to get the mic for you?
It'll make it that much better.
What a girl. I'm not willing to give it.
I said sorry.
I think that was the last. Oh, honey.
Overcome my depression.
Yeah, you don't have the equipment anymore.
So there's this quote that I heard a long time ago, and it goes something like this: I don't want to have a grand epiphany to run off and change everything. I want to live my life in a way that it sparkles in the way that it is. And so that's what I want for this year, is I want to just have that contentment with being an amazing mom and an amazing wife. And that's what I want.
I know I'm right. I'm always ready. Say it louder.
I want to buy us one.
You know what I think will make this smoother? If you guys start lining up, start coming around this way. So that they're not stomping over
Right on me,
Right. This one? Thank you.
So while we're doing this, oh no, never mind. I have to feel excited all the time. It's okay.
Guys, let's pay attention.
Okay, mine is, I want to be a successful business owner. And the reason that I put that is because I left my full-time job in December and started my own business. That works.
You guys can start lining up as well too to make it as smooth and quick as a transition as possible.
Jody Lee, come on. What about Roy? Come on, be a dreamer.
I'll put you on video.
Just start dancing for us. You don't say that to me.
You want background music?
She's like been down.
I don't know what you're like the patient.
Triple up on those screens, sister.
Yeah. I have some pizza.
Yeah, my car load.
I want freedom to do whatever I want to do.
Got an idea.
I like her too.
That's what he said.
I want to own my own time and spend it with my family.
I thought maybe she just grabbed it.
No, it's all like streets apps and stuff, so I wasn't.
All right.
I would like to start. You want to be able to find out.
Yeah, all those collections that are chasing me for years.
I want to change my career entirely, and I'm actually right now just making it for my first project.
Hey guys, let's keep down the side chatter.
No. One next to you. Yeah.
Better? Okay. I would like to. Okay, up there.
Just leaving. Buy a house in the boys area.
Remodel my house.
Full-time.
My house is really hard thing.
And this year.
Stop working your bum.
Not the paycheck.
I would have to a bigger
Are you ready? What?
I'm gonna change more lives.
Launch kindness for compassion and growth action.
I tried it. Oh, get up here. Come on,
Okay.
Come on, you can't wait to be like these.
Yeah.
Dreams don't come true, but they're doing
I'll bring the microphone to you. What's your dream? If
If you don't know what your dream is in this business, what are you doing here?
All right.
Hey, no, you said it last time. We're trying to open something up. Are you sure that you wanted to? Isn't that your fault?
I'm gonna open a domestic violence center for
I love
Boom.
it. That's beautiful. That is a great. That's gonna change so many
do I make you cry? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to see you here. My dream, not only for my family, because guys, where we were 3 years ago, not living paycheck to paycheck, there wasn't enough paycheck to live. Compared to where we are now, I feel incredibly blessed. But the reason that I still do this every single day is for you guys. You know, as much as I can, I've taken
the excuses off the table. We have the open wrap party every Tuesday night. All you gotta do is bring somebody. We're willing to do the work for you. We have the online parties. We have conference calls. We have team calls. I mean, I feel like we've pretty well, aside from literally going out and blitzing for you, we've taken the stress away from building this business. And I really, really pray that you take advantage of that. And you guys, that's my dream and my goal is to provide that opportunity to as many people as possible. So that's what I am here.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys watch this video. We can get the lights. We do have a video. I know I slacked on that one.
Page 1.
But that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. That just have to happen to me. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on the dream. There are times that are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Grace is not this wonderful God like special moments your life takes. Something that truly exists in all of us. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. But a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers. You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to be people. You know other people more than you know yourself. You study them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? People invest so much time with them. You don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself. It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You will be able to have a certain abundance. As long as you follow other people, as long as you be a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you can be. I'm telling you, you can find your value. That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you allow yourself to people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them. If you want to be more successful, if you want to have the best of you, number two, I'm asking you to be the best of you. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this, even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die. No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. And so right now, I'm saying we're going to go to the next level. I want to counsel. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. Listen to me. You can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm telling you, y'all, go to college. I know you can invest time. I know you will. I know you spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person that you were created to be, designed to be, you designed to be. When you become an individual, what you do is you check yourself and you start separating yourself out. You try to get to a place where people like you and about you. Why? Because you're not concerned with what you have. Because you're trying to grow. You're trying to get to that level. I want you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. You're still talking about your dream. You're still talking about your goal. You're not done with it. Just take the first step. You can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dream. After we face no rejection and no, we have a meeting and no one shows up. You can count on me, and they don't come wrong. Why did we have that kind of attitude because we possess nobody believes in you? You lost again and again and again. The lights are off, but you're still looking at your feet, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
You guys would feel like a conflict in here. That's how powerful that is. It's not over until you win. Don't give up, guys. Keep going. Hear no, go for yes. Just keep going. So, before we finish off today, we are going to do a raffle. I just want to reiterate about this life leadership and legacy training. It's huge. We're basically getting a 2-for-1 deal. It is $199, and you get a leader and a mentee, like a mentor-mentee program. So it's you and somebody that you choose to go with you to this training. And it's a 6 weeks training course, and I'm super excited to start it. I know I'm going to be doing it with one of my teammates. And I really, really encourage you guys to do it. If you don't have the $199 up front, we could possibly talk about payment options that we discussed with Derek. That would be a possibility. So if you wanted to do it where, say, I paid $99 and Paige paid $99, it covers the cost. You both are paying something. You're not just getting something for free. You can do that. Get to me or Paige to sign up for that program. We have, how many spots? 18? I think we have 18 spots available for it, and it starts April 6th. And it's every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8:30 for 6 weeks.
At night. 6 to 8:30 at night.
At the Boise Tech Mall.
Where?
At the Boise Tech Mall.
It's on Overland and Cloverdale. So I strongly encourage it. Come see what it's about if you guys can spend $99 in the future. Do I have all the raffle tickets?
Who's ready to win this?
Everyone have them all your numbers in hand.
All right.
And I just have to tell you guys how much we raised and how overwhelmed. If you watched me counting over here, I started crying because I don't know why I didn't believe you guys, or that you would bring that to the table. But this is, I think, the biggest give back fund we've ever gotten. And thank you for believing in us and taking our trust into leading you something that's really going to change the world. But we raised $524. So, that's amazing, and thank you so much. And we're going to do the wrap raffle first. Do I have everyone's tickets? Are you going to pull a wrap? Wait, don't you pull a wrap?
Pick 2 names and then we'll.
Jody Lee. I mean, you've won these before.
Yes.
Georgina. So come find Jenny to get your free rounds.
Sweet, nice.
Okay. Okay. Here, you hold it. Wait, one more time. Because y'all stuck them all together.
Oh, no. Okay, who's gonna win it? Proclaim it or you're not gonna win it. It's not good.
All right. 4, 5, 8, 4, 9, 8.
That's me.
Yeah! Okay, so
Yes.
okay, so you get to pick a partner to take with you on this. We recommend your mentor, but it's optional if you have somebody that you're working with or you want to be the mentor, and we approve. So I recommend
Or
you.
if you have somebody that's on the fence of joining your team, this is a great way to get them in here some extra training to get you boosted on your business.
So we don't have anything.
So you just take
You just
me
get to
to
show up.
the-
So we don't really need to give you, but you will be on the list and we'll get you all the deets, okay? Anything else?
Okay, guys, we're gonna do one more act.
All right, it's end zone time, okay? At conference, everybody that was at conference, who talked about their end zone dance? Does anybody remember the end zone dance? Okay, so here, Mark started talking to us about what does our end zone dance look like? What does that finished project look like? What does that finished goal look like? Okay, and then we all got to practice our end zone dance. So everybody stand up. I will end zone dance the heck out of this. Okay, so are you playing? Oh, look, more video. Yay, okay.
No. It's not a video. I didn't make you a video. I just.
Oh, it's pretty.
You're unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to have that thing back?
Look at our fluffies. Okay, you guys, I know that this is out of your comfort zone. We're end zone dancing. I know that this is maybe a little bit embarrassing, but we're family here. We do embarrassing things in front of people. Okay, so who understands what a comfort zone is? Who likes to hang out in them? Okay, would you like to realize that those comfort zones are actually just familiar zones because it is not comfortable to be broke, it is not comfortable to be without a car, it is not comfortable to be looking for money to whatever. You get my point, okay? So today, we don't have comfort zones here. So really quick, I need to see y'all do our end zone dance, okay? I don't care what it is. You wanna know what I envision mine as? I gotta take off my shoes so I don't hook toe. Okay, has anybody seen like the football players that run into the end and they do, what's the Hawaiian? No, not a hula dance. I can do that, but it's like the where they just that's me! Okay? So I need to see what your end zone dance looks like. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. If you don't do it, I will pull you up front. Ah! Get in it! Get in it! Who's got your tongue? Okay, you're lucky. You are moved. Just a little bit. Okay, I expect you to practice that because we're going ambassador this year. And everybody that's coming to conference with us, hey, everybody that's coming to conference with us, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. We didn't go ambassador on our own, okay? So when we go on stage, I'm already working on, right? These guys do this with so much intensity. Yes. These guys do this with so much intensity and so much passion, and that's how you need to run your business. Okay?
Look at them, they're like shaking. Behold the hairy man. Y'all, wax. Just kidding. Okay. But here's the deal. We are already in the works to have something choreographed, if you will, because we want to bring the whole team on stage with us when we go. So,
Can we do that?
yes. Because that's our end zone. Okay? So, everybody just, limber up.
Get ready for this.
Get ready, stretch out, because we're going to have a lot of fun. So, everybody, we love you. Thank you guys so much for coming. Tune into the weekly calls, tune into the wrap parties. Get your team, get your prospects to these wrap parties, to these different meetings, you guys. We have it set up so that if you show up with people, you grow. End of story. Okay, end zone dance your way out of here. I love you all. Thank you for coming.